Hi guys, welcome to my live stream today where I'm going to be talking to you about building your business from the top down, and it's something that I've been doing more and more with my clients in introducing them to the concept that they need to make strategy based on the big vision they have for their life so that the foundations are sound. I'm Sarah Negus, the modern day shaman. I'm a master of energy. I help you delve into all of your inner world so that you can really get to know yourself and be the best version that you can be in every moment. Now, we're talking about business today. And in our entrepreneurial world, the buck stops with us, doesn't it? Put my teeth back in there. The buck stops with us when it comes to our business. We can go and learn how to do marketing, learn to do sales, learn to do all sorts of different things. But ultimately, if we don't believe that we are of value, if we don't believe that what we are selling our clients is going to make a massive difference based on our own energy, then it tends to be sticky in the world of our own entrepreneurial creations. And I've been looking at this with my clients, and I've come up with different ways of doing it. Now, there's three main areas in your business that you need to think about. That is the development of it, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The research, the networking, the vision of it. Then there's the revenue of it, so revenue attraction. And then there's the admin of it. Now, what happens often is that an entrepreneur will set up their business and they'll do what they're really good at, which is their passion, their why. They'll get clients, they'll get busy, they'll get so busy, they feel a little bit overwhelmed. So then they go and get some help. Now, that's usually in the form of a virtual assistant or some sort of admin support. Now, that means that their revenue is now going to be funding for two people, themselves and their admin support. Whereas if they actually thought outside the box, based on the idea of where they're going, when they got busy, they would continue doing their own admin and they'd go and get someone else that brings revenue in. Because in order to build strategy towards your big vision of your business, you need funds. How many of you out there feel boom and bust, boom and bust? Or, this is really lovely, oh my gosh, I've spent it all. Now, that can be a real cycle in your business, and it can be that each kind of quarter you come around and think, okay, well, I've got to actually fill a program now because I've got this to do. And you go out and you work on that program, you get really busy marketing and selling for that program. Then you fill the program, and the next 3 months you feel good. And the next 3 months you actually need to invest now. What do I invest in? What's the best way? And it's a little bit ad hoc. That's what we do if we're building from the bottom up. But imagine if you had sat over a period of time, I'm not thinking that it comes like this, and thought about all the things that you really want to do. What do you really want to do? Not what you think you should be doing. This goes into the dream bigger, but I don't want it to be a dream. I want it to be something that you can actually see happening for your business and your life. Now, for instance, my other half, Stuart, he's building a business, and his business is based on oak, building structures out of oak. And when we did this, I asked him where we would go, where he would want to be going. And he's got a big thing about feeling connected to the earth. So he wants to get to a place where he can actually fund trees. This is a big vision. Fund trees to put carbon back into our oxygen back into our world and feed carbon credits. Now that for me is a really wonderful idea. But if he's building his business from here, how on earth is he going to get the revenue together to ever fund that? Now, that's an altruistic way, addition to his business, but it's a big part of his why. So I'm suggesting to you that you sit down and you think about all of the things that you'd really love to do that you're afraid of, and your business is the vehicle for that. Build an idea of where you want to be in 5 years on the TEDx stage, standing in front of many people, affecting their lives by talking about your passion, having a program that is recognized in our entrepreneurial world as something that means the people who've gone through it know themselves really well, understand how to nourish themselves, and will be an asset for business in any sort of role that they take on. Then chunk it back down. What do you need to do? What funding, what revenue do you need in order to achieve that? What's your dream team that's going to assist you as you go along? And how are you going to find them? Then come back 3 years, and then come back 1 year, and then come back to now. Now, if you imagine a house, if you build a foundation for a house and live in the house, and then, oh my gosh, I've got 2 more children, I need 2 more bedrooms, you've got to add to the foundations of the house, or you've got to move, both of which are costly. So if you imagine your home has got to accommodate more children, and after all, our businesses in the entrepreneurial world are a little bit like our babies, how can you build a foundation that's going to support it? So let's go up to the top, let's look into your vision, and then let's work back in strategies. Now, when you find that things start to move, yes, you're going to need admin support, but because you've done the development of your business and you see where you're going, you are also going to need revenue streams. So this is where you get a chance to lay down, I'm going to do this product, I'm going to go into this market, this product here will bring passive income, I'm going to employ an associate, I'm going to do joint ventures. And then you're going to be able to build a funding strategy that will allow you to move towards where you want to be. Whereas if you start where you are now and you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, that's 3 months and I've just built that program, and then in another 3 months I'm not going to do the same thing, and what have I got to get? Okay, well, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, all the time still funding your responsibilities in your taxes, as well as growing yourself. It's likely that you're going to get stuck in a spiral of financial boom and financial bust. So very much like you would build a house with a foundation that is structured for the house that you want to live in, build a foundation for your business that is structured to where you're going, not where you are now. That's really important. Now, as we know, our energy fuels our business. It's part of our development. It's part of our revenue stream. As you write out your vision, what is your mind telling you? What are your limitations? What are you afraid of? And then bloody well go and do that. Also, you will obviously come up against challenges, and the challenges are the things that we want. As you move around in healing your life, you turn away from responsive, reactive ways of being, and you turn into proactive, creative ways of being. And that's what I'd invite you to look at in your energy and in your business. So when you've got that big vision for where you want to go and you're building underneath it, what are you reacting to? How can you turn that into a proactive, positive strategy towards your own personal growth, because trust me, you're going to have to grow personally and spiritually in order to achieve that top level of business that you want. So basically, you're creating a business based on where you want to go and who you want to be, knowing that you will then set the steps down underneath it so that you can start to walk along them. Now, that's my take on building your business from the top down, so that you can create a foundation that supports it from your own energy in terms of your personal growth and your spiritual development. Ask yourself, who do I need to grow into to be able to hold that? Ask yourself, how do I need to evolve spiritually in order to hold the energy and channel the energy for that? And then you can put in the strategies and the structures that will support your business growth that are on a practical level. So guys, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions or any comments or want to talk to me about how best to build your business from the top down, from your energy, do get in touch.